All right. While we're waiting for others, let us quickly have this segment. Make it make sense, okay? And the issue I want you, my real fam, to help me make sense of is this issue. We're going to come back and cover it elaborately, but I just wanted to like quickly shine light on this. How many of you guys have heard about this story? The story of Chief Iwuanyanwu and his wife. I know my ladies, they shared this in our backstage. They want us to cover it, I think 2 days ago, but we just have so much on our plate. Simbi, you remember this story, right? You guys shared it at the backstage, but we couldn't get to it.
Yes, sir.
All right. So what happened with this story is that, according to what I gathered, Chief Iwuanyanwu married his beautiful wife. I think she was age 27 when they got married. Please correct me in the chat if I'm not updated with the story very well. So Simbi, are you familiar with the story? Did you take time to go through the story? CB. Where CB now? See, now this is how this guy made me the yellow. When I yell, I go, sorry, why are you yelling?
I'm sorry, sir. What did you say, sir?
Yeah, I said, are you familiar with the Iwuanyanwu case? Did you took time to read the story?
Yes. I'm familiar with this story a little bit, not so much. So that don't miss.
Okay. Trendy Tosin, do you know this story very well? Anyway, we're gonna cover the story another day, but I just wanted to touch up on it real quick while we are waiting for others to join us. So what happened is that Chief Iwuanyanwu married this beautiful sister, and I think he married her at the age of 27, while him himself is kind of old. Okay. And what perhaps is making the rounds now is that people said Chief Iwuanyanwu have a clause in his will, and the clause is that the wife cannot get married after he passed. If the wife should get married, then she will lose everything. She's not going to inherit the family, whatever estate he left behind, she's not going to inherit it. So the terms and conditions are there that, hey, 23. Thank you, Tina. Yes, you see, that's why I love our real fam. We work together on the story. Thank you, Tina. I haven't had time to go through the story because I was busy working on Ifunaya, but I just say let's touch up on it. So shout out, Tina. God bless you. So Iwuanyanwu married her when she's 23. And now that the man passed away, the man had that clause in his will that if she ever remarries, she's going to lose everything from his estate. And the man passed, so I don't know what's going on now. Maybe the woman now got married and they are activating that clause in his will. We will dig further into the story, and then we'll come back and extract the lesson. Shout out to my beautiful sister Adana, our own Adana. Adana says, see as it look like Puff, so he doesn't want this fine woman to enjoy some six pack.
Don't read that comment. Oh God, you've read it already.
Okay, so what I want us to deliberate on briefly is this. What do you think? Why many questions is just flowing through my head right now. What is the reason for that clause in the will? Simbi, my question is why? So you want to help me? Let's start with you. And real fam in the chat, drop your opinion. Let's go through this real quick. What is the reason? What is the rationale behind this that a man will have to include in his will that if I pass, if you dare get married again, you are going to lose, you're not going to inherit anything from my estate? Please, let's go through the chat real quick. Simbi, can you say anything about that? Remember why I'm bringing this story? pending where we will dive deep into it, is because of Regina Daniels. That Regina Daniels' husband, Uncle Nwoko, whatever they called him, the man is just marrying young girls all over the place, and that man is getting older. I am not God, but we all know that with his age, it's gonna take the grace of God for that man to live another 20 to 30 years. But we are not God. I pray God protect his life and all that. But a lot of young girls these days are getting married to all these money bags, all these rich men. And when they are getting money married to them, they are just excited that they are going to live their dream life. They will fly in jet, drive Mercedes Benz, go to Dubai everywhere, but they are not thinking about the consequences. First off, when you married older men, one thing is clear: you are not going to have intimacy like you will have if you marry someone who is like closer to your age or is younger. When you married older men, you are going to contend with his other children, and possibly maybe he has an ex-wife somewhere. When you marry older men like this, older men come with baggages. So even though it might seem like, oh yeah, there is money, many of these sisters who marry older men, they are dealing with a lot that they can't bring out. You see, recently Regina Daniel pulled a stunt. She wanted to run out of her marriage, but Ned Woko was just laughing. You know why? Because Baba know wetin don't do. Baba know say they no born. Uh, yeah. Call to the show, guys. For those who want to call, if you don't want to use the link, let me share our studio number. You can call this studio number. You can call through WhatsApp. You can call directly, depending on where you are. If you are in a country where they might bill you too much for calling, you can call through WhatsApp. Okay. So quickly, tell me your take, and then we'll go to Ifunaya. So Simbi, do you want to say anything, or we
Okay.
should just comment? Yeah, go ahead, Simbi.
Yes, but everything in life has advantage, has its disadvantage. In
Mm-hmm.
this case, I think I might not know so much about their tradition, but I think tradition is at play here. That's number one, point number one. And then two, I don't think any man will be okay if another man inherits what he has worked for all his life.
Okay, that's a good
You
point.
understand? He's trying to protect um his wealth. Plus, I think
Mhm.
maybe I will have to dig into that. I think tradition is at play, like I said initially. Tradition
Yeah.
is at play because when you look at men like this, when they make their money, they are not joking around. You can't just come and then share that money with one random man that they don't know. And you know
But
that
yeah,
okay, okay.
go on, Simbi.
And you
Finish
know
what you're saying.
that as a young widow, there's all these young guys around. They'll be looking to be like, okay, oh, she's single now, so maybe there's something there.
Yeah,
And most of them will be coming for the bag. They are not there for emotional support, or they are not there for love. These days
yeah,
now, marriage is transactional.
exactly.
So
You,
that's what I'm thinking. That's the first thing that came to my head. It's like, there's more to
okay,
this clause in the will. So that's
okay,
just my take on your
okay,
question.
okay, no problem. And I think what's my sister's name? Faith. I think Faith shared your sentiment. Faith said maybe he doesn't want her to share his asset with a new husband should she choose to remarry. Absolutely. I'm not gonna lie to you. God bless me. I know I'm gonna get there. If I'm a billionaire and I really, really make a lot of money, depending on the type of woman you are married to, if you know your wife is the type that her upstairs is very, very good, you may not stress yourself too much. But what I would advise men is if you are a billionaire, you can protect your asset in your will. You know, we spoke about drafting a will here on several occasions. So if you're a millionaire, you can actually put some of your assets in a trust. So if you put the asset in a trust, then you can link the trust to your children. And then the one you want your wife to have access to, then you can release that. That's what I think anyway. But stating it categorically that if you remarry, you lose everything, I think that is wicked. So, but I agree with you, Faith. I think you have a good point
But
there.
Uncle Ben, you might say wicked, but what if man,
If what? Okay,
what if
go on. What do you want to
yeah,
say?
what if he just wants her to what if he just wants her to stay single? Because looking at this woman, she's still very much attractive. And we have younger guys in this generation that are very much attracted to women, sorry, older women who are much older than them. So, I mean, look at him, like,
Okay.
uh,
All right, Simbi, hold on. Hello.
Hello, hello, Uncle. Hello, everyone. Hello, Sister Cindy.
Yeah, she can't hear you right
hi,
now. Simbi,
welcome.
Can you hear
I can
me?
hear you.
can you hear us, Simbi?
Hello.
Yeah, hello, I can hear you, Lara.
Yes, hello, everyone. Hello, Uncle Ben. Hello, Sister Cindy. Hello,
Hi,
everybody.
Lara, welcome.
Hmm. All right, Lara, what's your take on this matter, real quick, my sister?
Well, like I told you yesterday, Uncle, if
Mhm.
you're as a younger, if you're getting into that kind of relationship, you need to think twice, think deep before going into it, and at the same time, get something doing, get something to doing for future purpose to avoid problems in future.
Mhm. Mhm. So,
Yes,
do you think he's being wicked?
yes, to me, it's being wicked and being selfish. I mean, for God's sake, do you want to be? Doesn't want to be controlling her in his grave? She has every right to move on.
Hmm.
If he knew that this is what he wanted, why marry her in the first place? Why get married to her?
Okay. Okay.
To me, it's like a punishment. It's like keeping her in a cage.
So you don't think this is the man trying to protect his asset from getting into the hands of a gold digger?
Even if truly want to protect her assets,
Hmm.
as a not that kind of condition,
So what condition should it have gone for?
not that kind of condition at all.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. What kind of condition do you think would have been preferable? You'll be woman, so that's a very good one. Let's have the conversation. What do you think the man
Well,
should
that's
have done
what
better?
I was Yes, I think that thing, he should have that asset. I said we should have, done it for probably for the son because she has a son for him, and that's her only child.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, my sister. I appreciate your
So to me,
contribution.
like I told you yesterday, Uncle, and I will say it
Mhm.
again, I'll repeat it again.
All right.
I'd rather lose everything than being in a cage.
So I think the best way to not be in a cage is to not marry the man in the first place.
Yes, like I tell people, why not marry somebody that you start from the scratch?
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody that you start from the scratch that you build up your life and children with.
But
So that
your gender. Your gender these days says they don't want to struggle with anybody. Thank God, Sissy no day
yeah,
here.
they
Starting
always,
from the
they
scratch.
always say that.
Hold,
But it's when they get inside. That's when they know reality. That's when they know the reality and the scores.
okay. All right. Okay, thank you, Lara. Thank you very much. I think other people wanted to chime in too, but I get your take. So what Lara is saying is, please don't get into this type of bondage. If you know you don't want to come and face some conditions like this, and I think I agree with Lara. But Nigeria now, and I don't want to do struggle love. Everybody defines soft life, especially girls. Simbi,
Uncle
what's your
Ben,
take? Yes, go ahead.
look, at this, I can just from everything that has happened, I can deduct that he wants us to stay single for life. That's what I see here. And there was a time we were talking about struggle love, and I mentioned that when you're married to someone like this, how
Mm.
can you not be smart enough to save something up? Just like Sister Lara said, she would rather lose everything. You should have something. so that when you
Please,
leave, you're not.
look, see, it's
Can
not
you hear me?
about, yeah, I can hear you. It's not about you won't save. A lot of women save these days. But the point is, there are some men with really humongous assets. They have a lot of money. And you as a woman, no matter what you saved up, whatever, is nothing compared to what
Not
I'm.
all women are materialistic. Some women just want to be comfortable.
Okay.
That's the truth.
All right. I agree with you. All right. Let's move on. For those who
Yes,
want to.
and Uncle Ben, I'm sorry. Let me just quickly say this. You know, when I mentioned tradition at play, there are some traditions here in Nigeria where if the lady, for example, if a lady is married to, okay, let me use this people as example now.
Mhm,
She marries him and then he dies maybe like 2 years after their marriage.
mhm,
She's not allowed to remarry outside if she wants to. The family would look for someone within their maybe their extended family or their kin for her to get married so that she
mhm,
can stay in the family. You're not
mhm.
allowed to marry out.
We can't hear you again, Simi.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, just finish
Can
what
you
you
hear
have
me,
said
sir?
so we can close out this segment, please. Oh, yeah, I can hear you, but we
Okay,
lost.
so
Mm,
I was saying that if he had died maybe 2 years after they got married, she's not
mhm,
allowed to marry outside of their kindred, like outside
mhm.
of their family. They'll look for someone, any other young man that is single. She gets married to him and stays in the family. Like it's a
Okay.
taboo for her to get married to another man outside or something bad will happen to her. You know, when we say tradition is always against women, this is actually what we mean.
No,
You're not allowed to live your
no,
life.
no, Simbi. You know why I said no? If you
Okay.
know that's the condition and you marry that family, it's on you. That's why I have a lot of issue with so many narrative on social media. This is
Okay,
the
yes, I agree with you, sir. It's on her. Um,
So let's move on. You don't push it around on men. No, 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 no. Maybe we never even go there. Maybe when we bring this matter back up, we can
that's
dive
not
into
the
it.
conversation. That was not the point I was trying to bring up, but it's fine. We
Okay.
can do this
No,
later.
you already said it that is why you said tradition is ringed against women. So okay, what are you trying to bring out now, my dear?
What I'm trying to say is why put that kind of condition out there? You barely hear things like if you leave your wife or if you do this to your wife, something like this will happen to you. You know the
Mm-hmm.
speculation about Regina cheating
Mm-hmm.
and something happening to her. That's exactly what I'm saying. But I don't want to go deep into this, so I'll just pause here.
Simbi, I know what you're saying as far as culture is concerned, and it's great we are having this conversation. That's why I kept telling people here that if you are marrying a Nigerian man, and I will continue to say it, many of you ladies, you are the one shooting yourself in the foot. I'm sorry. I got to be candid with you. Many of you are the one shooting yourself in the foot. I'll continue to say it. If you are marrying a Nigerian man, do your research. Ask him deep question. Unless he's a westernized Nigerian man. But if you marry a Nigerian man, you are about to marry a Nigerian man who still go to Nigeria at least once or twice in a year, or maybe once every 2 years, who has a lot of affiliates with his people back in Nigeria. Ask deeper question. In Nigeria, we have culture. I don't care how anybody gonna paint it. We have culture. We have traditions. Each family has its own tradition. I'll tell you something now. In my family, we don't bother say woman won't go cheat. We really don't care that much. It's part of our tradition. If you cheat, you carry belly, you not go burn that pikin unless you confess. Don't be saying, oh, Ben, try it. Go try them. Those traditions are there. So if you're going to get married to me, you have to ask, bro, tell me about your family. Oh. Tell me about this. Oh. If husband die for the family, how they be? Oh. You have to ask. Do your investigation. That is why sometimes you will see some parents will say, the moment you introduce somebody to them that, okay, this is my suitor, you say you want to marry me, your parents, they'll quickly spring into action. They will start investigating the man's family. Yeah. Oh, Mr. You ask if I serious? Yes. Yes, it happened before. I have my own tale. We don't stress. There are so many tradition and culture that they will preach to you. They'll tell you, don't worry, it's Western. It go choke you. That's why you see sometimes some women go into labor. It takes them 3 freaky days. Pikin never come out. A day. Each family has their own uniqueness. So please, don't put it on men. You have to ask, like, what's up with you people? Like this one you mentioned right now, about when husband die, the woman has to marry within the family. Many family, they still practice it. When you go to Nigeria, you go to some villages, they still practice it. Okpo, Okpo no man pe ni Yoruba. I think it's Okpo. One man non sun Okpo. When brother died, the wife go marry the younger brother. You ask. If you know you don't want that to be your portion, don't marry. It's simple. It's just like a girl that saw a young boy. You see a young boy of 22, 23 years old. The boy get money. He don't get jet. He don't get everything. 23 years old. What is he doing? He's not Davido. He not be Whiskey. He not be Burna Boy. If the boy want waka, he get convoy. 6, 7 car in his convoy. And you want to marry him. And yet, you don't want to ask question. Boy, where do you make money? What do you do for a living? But you girls, you just jump in. Hey, he loves me. Ooh, Julius loves me. By the time you marry Julius, finish. You see, say, Julius get 1 or 2 rooms for inside a house where you know if you enter. Where Julius go warn you. If you enter that room, whatever you see, then you now be like, men has come. Men are this. Men are not come. Auntie, be truth to yourself. Do your homework. Anyway, we'll come back to this. I know what makes Simbi carry me go where I know one go. Let's go back to Ifunanya real quick. Shout out to my beautiful sister Twintade. Yeah, sister Tutu. That's the newest member of our team. Very soon you're gonna be seeing sister Tutu co-hosting and dropping some gems here. All right, sister Adana, let me quickly answer my baby girl Adana, my sweet sister Adana question. Adana said, Bro Ben, what if the roles were reversed? Okay, so Adana, are you saying what if the woman is the one that has that condition that if I buy, you cannot remarry? Is that what you're asking? Well, the truth of the matter is this, and I'm going to be honest with you. Frankly speaking, if I marry a woman that has that clause in her will, and she said, if I die, if you remarry, you are not going to inherit anything. Yes, I will not remarry. So far we have children, I'm good. But I go the samba the cocoa. Yeah. Ooh, flexi. Hey. You go home, man, I no go Dubai. I be make I no go California. I go spend time. I go what? That one self na good pass. Any woman where I cash like this. After we don't go, the day the woman will say, but where are we heading with this relationship? It's been 2 years, but you don't even talk about proposal. Hey, baby, I'm so sorry. I love you. I want to marry you, but my ex-wife, before she died, she said, I shouldn't get married. If I get married, all these jets you are riding, they will take it from me. All these big houses, we won't have it no more. So I'm sorry, baby. Do you still want to be?
How you're exposing brotherhood. Go on, boss. Right on.
Look, it's not matter of exposing brotherhood. This woman should do the same thing. Let her continue to have her own side cock. I'm not against it. Let her have, in fact, an opportunity for you. Sample Sama Sankpadinoro. And if she is smart, if there is no diabolical angle to this, let her make as much money she wants, and then she tell her I want to be remarried. Make una take una wealth. It's close. Anyway, We'll come back to that. I know I'm gonna distract me because when I don't start now, when I know they like to hear the truth, but I go tell you now. That's why I'm an uncle. I go tell you now. Even though now they punch me, I go still talk my own. Anyway, thank you, Simbi. Thank you, Simbi, for that segment. Make it make sense. Thank you, Isioma. Isioma, how are you doing, my dear? Isioma said, I personally don't think he's a wicked man. Me too. Me too. Make I tell you now. I feel do this kind of thing. If I marry someone else, will not be my wife where I get now, and I see say, if God call me home, this woman, she fit go gym, go find one stupid boy wey no get work, wey get six pack, wey tough for nothing, wey no get brain. Make it just say, this one at 12 inches. May go carry all my weight, give her. No, I can do something similar. I will. That's why I said use trust. Thank God we have Misty and many of our sisters who know much about drafting will. Please contact lawyer. Make lawyer educate you. There are clauses. You put clauses in some things. We're gonna make whoever you are dealing with know say, oh, this man don't already put clause here, put clause. Look, the bottom line is you are trying to secure that wealth for your children. That's it. You are trying to secure your children's future. It's not about the woman. That's the problem. You guys are looking at it from the angle of he's a wicked man. He's doing wife like no. Somehow, I think he's just trying to make sure that his children inherit whatever he left behind. There are too many gigolo boys walking around now. They're full gym. Anyway, we don't spend too much time on this one. What's the time now? It's already 12 o'clock. Let's go to Ifunaya's story. Esther, thank you, Esther. Esther said, I actually work with someone in the UK whose partner's late husband made similar clause in his will. They now live together, enjoying the money, but cannot marry. Exactly. That's why I keep telling you guys, be smart. Accept it. Esther, how do you want your NSC, Esther? I know they give Simbi NSC. Simbi, no NSC for you. Thank you, Gary Esther. Sister Rebecca, how are you doing, my sister? You're welcome. Adana say, Jim Baddies men don't collect. You made them collect, Adana. Make I not lie to now. I don't like those boys for gym. I go to gym at least 3 times a week. I have fantastic gym where I go every morning. And he gets some boys where we say, every time I go to the gym, they are always there. I will buku. They go push it. They will carry, sometimes they will carry some dumbbell. Just move around. And girls full everywhere. The girls too.
Uncle Ben, you're yelling.
Make I yell. Now different to now they find go gym. Make I yell. I want stupid boys. Stupid boy looking for someone's wife they want to threaten with 6-pack. 6-pack in Magbinoni and Iwuanyanwu. Misty says, sadly for this lady, her hubby was her hubby, who is diseased, has adult children. They will guard the estate with all their might. Absolutely. Okay, let's move on. Let's make it make sense. If you want to call into the show, the calling number is 512-771-1036. Your Simbi, call that number. I mean, they hear. Maybe my voice not too this sharp.
Okay, the number is 512-771-1036. Calling.
You 1036, yo. And if we have any show that is coming or after this show, or maybe you are at work, you are busy and you want to contribute, you want people to hear your take, you can send WhatsApp message to that number. Just drop your take there. Just start with UB. So once you say UB, drop what you want to say, and then when I'm doing reaction show, I'll read your comment. People can hear it. All right, let's move on. Simbi, no stress me out.